social media and her need for attention. Now, let me point this one thing out real quick. I'm not only talking about the young ladies, right? Because there's plenty of guys out there with that take zesty selfies every single day, right? I'm not just talking about the young ladies, because I know guys that constantly post some kind of selfie every single day, right? Whether it be on a story or post or whatever the reason is, right? So this is by no means targeting them, because honestly, it's a lot of dudes doing that too. And in nature, that's kind of feminine, right? I'm not going to get too deep into that, but the thing that we have to understand here, and it's an observable thing, right? I'm not talking about this as if it's some kind of foreign concept. We've all seen this before. And social media exacerbates this. It makes it worse, okay? So this is Tarik Talks. We're going to talk about the constant need for attention. We're going to talk about social media and how it's pretty much a fuel to the fire. And you guys let me know what you think. Social media, because let's start from the very beginning, right? Young ladies by nature like attention, okay? Humans in general like attention, but with young ladies, it's a little more elevated. When you think of, of females, it's about beauty. It's about, being pretty, makeup, skirts, clothing. So they want that attention is inside of them, right? It's innate. It's a mating. It's for mating purposes. It's biological. I would even go so far as to say it's needed, because that's how the human race keeps going, right? Me and you would not have been here if your daddy didn't find your mama somewhat attractive, right? And notice I said somewhat. I don't know every circumstance, basis by basis, but for the most part, we can agree that he found her attractive somewhat. So yes, it does have a biological purpose. It has a purpose in nature. And I know that sounds, I took it like to a super deep level, and people are just like, damn, he's only talking about social media. Why the hell is he taking it back to biology and all that? It's biological. Okay. But the thing about it is, things that are natural and things that are innate, when in excess, that's gluttony, right? When in excess, it's exactly what the word is. It's excessive. It's indulgent. It's way too much. It's just jumping out the window with it. And unfortunately, a lot of young ladies, man, they are wrapped up in the need for attention. And this is something that a lot of guys kind of have a hard time dealing with, especially if they're in a relationship. To be honest with you, it's really questionable if people in relationships should really even, and I know I'm make some people really think, right? But it's questionable if social media should even be a thing for people in relationships, especially young ladies, man, because that's an easy way for them to keep in contact. Because everybody on their IG page or what have you has someone that they've been with in the past intimately, right? And the thing about it is, the need for attention is exacerbated. It's heightened, because the thing about social media is it's that way on purpose. It gives females a dopamine hit whenever they get a like, whenever they get a comment, whenever they get a DM, whenever, something happens, they get a dopamine hit. And on top of that, they want to be like their favorite influencer. They want to be like their favorite model. They want to be like the chick that they see on the Explore page that gets thousands and thousands of views and just looks so beautiful. All the right filters, all of the right angles. And this kind of stuff is really detrimental to relationships. I really and truly believe that is detrimental to relationships, because why are you broadcasting yourself like that on the internet? You know, why is this even being broadcasted? And the most deadliest thing about all of this is, back to what I was saying about the quote unquote social media supermodels and social media influencers and all of that. If you see these people in real life, right? You take the same chick that's taking this glamour shot, looking all into the camera seductively, and, you know, she's got music in the background and special effects, and she just looks like a supermodel of the world. You look at her in real life, she just looks like an average person. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong, but it's like social media it's like a parallel universe. Literally, it's literally a parallel. It's a universe that exists outside of this one. Literally, because it's a whole different person. And when you see them in real life, in public, yeah, they might look pretty, right? They might look pretty, but it's not like how it was on the social media where they're just this super runway model. Have you guys ever been catfished on social media, right? And these chicks, they look like Beyonce on social media, but in real life, they look like Oprah, right? Shout out Oprah. But it's that type of stuff. And they eat this attention up. And it's really detrimental because it's extremely addictive. It is super duper addictive. It's real addictive because, like I said, it's designed that way. It's designed for a dopamine hit. It's designed for dopamine hits. It's kind of like a drug. It's really and truly like a drug. Attention is the new drug. And, you know, almost every chick has it. And it's really problematic because, you know, all of these guys and people in general, they just have access. It's just a lot of access that is, quite frankly, like I said, is inappropriate for a chick in a relationship or talking to somebody. It's inappropriate for just to be accessible like that. But in this new day and age, you can't really say too much about it. You can't really say too much about it. You can, but it's just going to be like, people are going to look at you like you got three heads. People are going to look at you like you got three heads, when in all reality, it is what it is. There, you know, it's opening up a lot of doors for inappropriate interactions. And I'm not saying this in a way that I'm trying to change anything, because, hey, look, I'm just a guy. I'm Tarik Talks. You know, thank God my channel is successful. I'm all about success. I am success. And I do speak that into myself, right? But all in all, I'm just a drop in a societal bucket. So this isn't even a video about, oh, females should stop doing this and that. No, they could do whatever they want. But it is something that is observable. And I know there's guys that are in full-blown relationships, but their girl be posting like thirst traps, like half-naked pictures, half-naked, you know, and there's barely any pictures of her quote-unquote boyfriend. Y'all, I done seen instances where some of these chicks have a quote-unquote boyfriend, or whatever the hell you want to call it, situationship, or they're together and all that BS. And I've never seen not one picture of dude. Because when they're like, yeah, when they mention that, like, yeah, my boyfriend, I'm like, boyfriend, what? I done seen about 10 thirst traps within the last month. I done seen about 10 thirst traps within the last month. It's literally no picture of you and your boyfriend. And all of these dudes been, you know, commenting, liking, just access. You know, and this is the main thing that I'm trying to convey here, is that access, that easy access. But society's going to be like, oh, you're immature. But at the end of the day, let me say this, though. Let me say this. If, for what it's worth, ultimately, it's up to the chick, right? It's up to the chick ultimately, because I'm not saying every chick that has a social media is bad. I'm not saying that all of them are on some grimy type of stuff, because at the end of the day, fellas, you don't know every single chick's circumstance. You don't know her character, and you don't know what she will and will not do. But, it's just opening up doors that are unnecessary. And the thing about it is, if a chick is in a relationship, she herself should not want to post thirst traps. She herself would not want to post anything that's going to give some kind of the wrong impression to anybody. That just should be natural. But like I said, society says that it's okay. There's no kind of cap on what is and what isn't deemed appropriate. And this is where a lot of problems come into play. This is why we see such a low number in marriages. They always talk about women are starting divorces, or initiating divorces rather. But to be honest, yeah, that's true back then. But to be honest, I think now it's a lot of it also has to do with guys just don't want to get married. Because why would you want someone that feels like it's okay to record themselves shaking their behind or half naked or smooching up all on the camera, right? So it's something to think about. Hope y'all enjoyed. Peace.